Hello YouTube and welcome to episode 13 plus the OVAs of my Symphogear GX reaction series. Not much really on the agenda today, just if you guys don't know how the OVA reactions work, I'll just watch them all through. They won't be kind of the going through in detail sections that I do for the rest of the show. Just getting that out there now so nobody's disappointed. Unless these OVAs are different, but I've been told that they're very similar to the Season 2 OVAs. So yeah, that'll be the expectation there. With all that being said, I should just jump into the YouTube comments now. First comment here being by CKOD. Sorry about the teasing. I'm the one who's seen it before. Don't apologize to me. Apologize to yourself, who has to wait another week for the finale. Yes, I've been looking forward to this very, very much. We're back here. It's Friday. Love a good old Symphogear Friday. And yeah, we're going to finish off GX. We're going to see kind of the result of what we saw the teaser of last time, all the extra forms, the miracle coming to pass, and all that jazz, right? Next comment here by Saw Dagon. Dr. Ver and Top Dad Gigachance today. Yeah, I'm with you for the first one. I don't think Top Dad really did that much, but, you know, we'll give him a pass. He had a go. He's done more in these past, day than he's done in the past, 2 years. So it's progress. I'm not going to give him much credit for it, but it's progress. So there you go. Next comment here by Seraph Armoros. The chip is Season 4 plot, so I won't say anything because spoilers. Thank you. I thought I was missing something, but no, it's just teasing for future stuff. Maria has a chip. That is what we know going into Season 4. Okay, and whatever this chip may do, maybe I have a little reread of that Ver dialogue before. So each and every season, the gears get upgraded a little bit, so there's little design changes on their regular forms. X-Drive is so powerful because it uses extreme phonic gain to force all the locks open. We finally see these Symphogears at their peak form because of whatever plot thing is happening that causes it to happen. So yeah, we're seeing them at peak right now, which is kind of cool. I like that. Yeah, Bonnie adds a little bit. So ridiculously Symphogear, very much is. M. Marsh here with a little bit of an anecdote, I guess I would say, kind of just a noticing of something, a connection maybe. Ver being crushed by a rock after saving Maria is a nice callback to Mum saving her when she was a kid, being crushed by that kind of rubble as well. So different parental figures for Maria saving her from falling rubble. And yeah, that's a nice little connection to heroic moments made by well, at least one good character, but, you know, I think I've made my opinions known. Next comment here by Bamps. It's finally time to talk about my favorite detail, Elf9. All the names have been really important and chosen very intentionally. Elf9 translates to 11. The 11th arcana in the tarot is the Justice card. Carol named her No Justice when she threw Justice away. So that's some cool stuff. I like this. That's nice. That's some very writerly subtext stuff coming through about the kind of interpretation of Elf9 as a part of Carol. I like that. And now we are set up for the final episode, and we can re-mention the original meaning of Apocalypse, which was revelation. Carol was trying to follow her father's words to go and reveal all the aspects of the world, to know the world, but language is funny, and Apocalypse became destruction of everything. Very cool. So that's kind of, what's the word, entomology, kind of the following of different meanings of words throughout history and that kind of thing. That's cool. Kind of changing its meaning over time. Neat. And next comment here by Bonnie. I too know the pain of working Easter weekend. At least I can look forward to reactions when I get home. It was fucking tough. So yeah, I kind of did, 6 full-time days last week, and now I'm kind of in the kind of next week recovery mode. So I was away for family, but now I'm back, and now I have a few days off in a row. So I'm going to try to knock over Symphogear, and then I'm going to try to do some seasonal stuff that I've been wanting to do for a while when I get free time. So that's the plan today, to maybe knock over 1 or 2 of those, depending how in-depth they go with the episodes. There was a comment last week mentioning Tanya the Evil, also voiced by Aoi Yuki. What hasn't she been in? She's in everything. That's insane. Yes, traditionally we split the OP and the ED. I would expect the OP to play at some point during the episode. This episode, right? You would think. So there's some important lore drops. I think this was in relation to the kind of overall curse of Balal, alchemy, singing, Fine side of it that we kind of went into in the past, the kind of history of alchemy and kind of the Symphogear singing stuff coming from the same place. I think that's cool. We're not so different, you and I think I said last week. The cape is back, if only briefly, yes. Carol's snap was averted by Lasto Action Hero. Good stuff. Yeah. Yeah, Ver got one good moment in. Shoutouts to him. Elf9 is good girl, true. Ver, worst action hero, pretty satisfying end to his character arc. He kind of just, well, it didn't come from nowhere, but it kind of came from nowhere. You know what I mean, right? Like, a more satisfying arc there would be good, but at least he went out on a high note. We'll take that. Glorious Break is a top tier banger, I agree. And you briefly mentioned you'd like for next season to switch it up a bit. And I rest assured, AXZ will breathe some fresh air into the franchise and rework some of the formulaic stuff Gear has come to rely on from now. I'm looking forward to it. So that'll be a next week job. Yeah, AXZ. Sure. So we've gone Symphogear, Symphogear G, Symphogear GX, AXZ. Sure. I have no idea what that means. I have no idea what GX means for that matter. Next comment here from Vitaly Kuzmin. As always, a lot of average Symphogear enjoyer reaction, or sorry, Symphogear, my mistake. I agree with this. It's such a kind series, even to all of its characters. We haven't seen anything outright mean happen to basically anybody in the entire show. In the end, it all turns out pretty okay. So even somebody like Athene, somebody that I thought would be a long-standing villain in the rest of the show, she is redeemed. She's redeemed in the end. It's nice. It's really, really nice, actually. This is a great comment. This is what gives Symphogear an edge over other shows, is that it actually means what it says. I'll stand by that, I guess. Like even so, I've criticized maybe Hibiki being too forgiving of Top Dad, right? But it didn't not fit tonally. You know what I mean? Because everybody does get forgiven in the end. Everything is okay in the end. And yeah, this was one of the highlights of last week. So Carol finding out what her true motive is, that she actually understood the meaning of the father's words, or understood that this wasn't what her father wanted, but still went and executed on it anyway, because how else is she going to cope with this? What else does she have? What else does she have but revenge? So she's just continuing to go, you know? I figured out what it reminded me of. It's Undertale. It reminds me of Undertale very, very much so. Not to go into spoilers there, but there's a character that reminds me a lot of Carol. Put it that way. Oh yeah, and the episode is literally called GX. So shoutouts to that. I always like that shit. That shit's funny. Shinsasu with a bit of trivia. In the broadcast version of the episode, during the reconstruction scene, people in the hospital were missing, implying that while the world and buildings were saved, the people were still dead, which is very, very dark. Luckily, this got changed in the BD version, being treated as an animation error. Yes, it would be quite a dark take on the situation, I agree. That's a good change. I like that they changed that. Next comment here by Vot. Rainbow S2 CA Hexa conversion is so hype, brings a tear to the eye. I've watched it 5 times over the years, but Symphogear gets better every time. So shoutouts to that. That's probably why there's so many people watching reactions and that kind of thing. I agree on dialogue and songs. Yeah, they can't get the exposition out quick enough. They need to just, you know, keep going with it, which is fair enough. It's the I've come to expect it now. But when you're hearing a banger in the background and you just kind of want to listen to it and really soak into a moment, just it kind of takes you out of it. I don't know. This too gets better in later seasons as animation budget is seemingly endless. Everyone's hyping up these later seasons. I mean, that was the whole like premise of a lot of what we were talking about initially with the show, which is don't judge it on its first season, keep going, it only gets better. So I think that's held pretty true, at least animation-wise and that kind of thing, right? We got Frowny Face again, talking about a couple of the songs, shedding a glorious break, which is definitely one of my favorites. Also, Arigato wo utai nagara, I'm going to say. Probably butchered it, but sure. Yeah, that I'm guessing this is the trio song. Yeah, the trio song, yes. One of the favorites, soft start, piano going wild, the chorus is fantastic, and as we've talked about, a lot of it is skipped or talked over, which is kind of sad. Yeah, I'm keen to get into a lot more of the music once I'm finished with everything. I think that'll be quite nice. Putting a lot on the playlist and doing that kind of thing, you know, going out for a walk or something like that, just listening to Symphogear being an ultra chad. Next comment here by Adil. I'm going to say Adil. Dr. Ver is a hero, not the hero we deserve, but the hero we needed. This is a funny little flip on what the normal saying is, I think, too, which is not the hero we needed, but the hero we deserved. I think that's like some Batman shit or something. That's what's ticking in my brain anyway. Protector of Ruby just gushing about Symphogear for a little bit. It's good. It's really, really good. Teensy bit of fan service. Yeah, teensy bit. The English version of the mobile game, they kind of shut down before he'd even heard of the show. But at least they announced some mysterious new Symphogear project a few months ago. Hopefully, it's a sixth season of the anime and a large scale game. It's never what you want it to be, unfortunately. I don't know what this is, though. They're obviously teasing something, right? Please let me know if it's not spoilery, of course. Let me know what the go is there. And last comment here from Kasogtha, and it's a short one, as it always is. Oh god, it's even longer than I thought. Jesus. Either way, retail work sucks. I'm in full agreement. Yes, it's bad. No, it's not that bad. You know what I mean. It has its bad moments, peak times, and that kind of thing. Again, bringing up this Fine song alchemy lore point associated with the Curse of Balal and Fine, so we're bringing all that stuff together, of course. Some interesting stuff with 7 planets, 7 musical scales, and all that jazz. Kirika's apparently always decking Ver. Last episode was the first time I noticed it, but maybe I have to go back through and see all the time that Kirika like beat up Ver. I think that'd be awesome. I like to see him in pain. Yep, bringing up the trio song again. The slower tempo really helps set the tone, as I mentioned. Yeah, triumphant yet melancholy feeling to it all. They're kind of saying goodbye, but also moving on. It's just it's well paced, well directed. It's got a great location. It links into the other kind of side of the fight with the Carol stuff very well and progresses. It's just good writing. It's good stuff. This was an interesting one too. Hibiki doesn't know about the ignite mode stuff with Carol and how it may be bad, so she just kind of has to trust them when she says, "Oh, I can't use this now." Oh, I thought we were all on the same page. I think that's kind of funny. Again, bringing up the kind of little bit of trivia with the BD release. And the original TV release and kind of the people disappearing and the mass body count. Hell of a body count, as we say here. You gotta love Elf9 being able to kind of get the father's message and move on. Again, kind of being this piece of Carol that she's cut out of herself and that kind of thing. I think that's fun. And again, going into the justice thing that I think Bamps was talking about before, the kind of etymology of Elf9's name. I think I said that word wrong before. There's a bunch of stuff like lore-wise about how ignite mode works and the kind of increasing scales of alchemy and stuff as well. There's a lot of 3-scale stuff, and it kind of corresponds to the outlines of the girls and that kind of thing. There's so much shit in Symphogear. There really is. Like this is not even text in the show, but it's lore. So much lore. Carol is stonks. Shout out to Ver. I agree. I'll try to keep it brief, honest. Yeah, it didn't happen. Yeah, going into the conceit of miracles in the show and all the different times miracles have happened, and this is the stuff that I like, right? It's one of the reasons why Symphogear is cool. It isn't DBZ. Powers aren't being drawn and forgotten immediately. If you look at consistent practice and application of something that is once considered a miracle, if it continues to happen, it's just reality. Harnessing what was once impossible and using it to reach further, it extends from the simplest of moves and tricks all the way to the climactic finales, right? If you put enough effort in, you can make it this way. I think that's really cool. That's one of the things about Symphogear, right, is that they are constantly getting stronger. There's no people just kind of holding back and not being as good and that kind of thing. And when they aren't as strong, there is a justifiable reason why, at least either emotionally or physically, right? And yeah, somebody like a Carol who was sworn to slaughter miracles, right? How does she reconcile this? Is she going to end up joining the fray by the end? Is she going to be pulled in by that kind of power? I think that's very cool. And yeah, it's an even shinier X Drive by the end as well, of course, because we like shiny. Yeah, I don't really have much to say on the old kind of recap front. Kind of all the girls in X Drive, we're kind of halfway through our climax. Elf9 is on her last legs, but there's going to be some kind of reconciliation there between her and Carol, you would think. Carol's fucked, basically. She's going to get, destroyed. She's probably going to go... Alright, so here's how it's going to go. They're on top right now. They're all in X Drive. It's all very cool. Every other climax so far has been the big bad then turning into some kind of giant kaiju thing. So I think that may happen here, which will be cool. And we just kind of get to reconcile everything there and destroy them and bring them in and do all that kind of stuff, right? I think that's what's going to happen. But Top Dad's down on the bridge, all the normal bridge crew are down there, Elf Nine's down there, all the girls are up in the sky. Where the frick is Miku? That's a good question. We need to bring Miku in. She needs to yell "Go Hibiki" and then her do something awesome. I think that'll be a good touch. I hope that happens. But other than that, I'm predicting that it's all okay in the end and we're heroic and stuff. And then I'm guessing that the OVAs will probably just fill in some stuff. Like it'll say, at this point in time, these OVAs are taking place and that kind of thing. So that's what I'm predicting there. Just my show stuff before I jump into episode 13. If you like the video, consider liking the video. If you like the video and you want to see more, consider subscribing to the channel. Comment below anything you thought about the episode, anything I could do to improve my presentation, comment below. I'm doing follow for follow on Twitter, so follow me on Twitter if you'd like me to follow you back. And the Discord, join Discord and love Discord and Discord and Discord and Discord, of course. Yeah, so jumping into episode 13, the finale of Symphogear GX right now. Rightio, I've got episode 13 up here ready to go. Let me pop that up there. It's big old rainbows on screen, so it may look a little bit blown out at the moment, not to mention the sun back there, but I digress. D-Truck subs, picture-in-picture in the description below, all that jazz, and yeah, I'm just going to give it a 3, 2, 1. Rightio? 3, 2, 1, go. She did certainly yell, I remember that. Yeah, he loves to bellow, Hibiki. Kind of breaking through the clouds too, that's nice. Okay. There they are, descending from heaven. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I agree. It's true. Oh. Okay, so we're like skipping an opening there. I don't think she is. Can we put like some pressure on the wound or something? I'm gonna keep saying it. Tears? Yeah, but she's not gonna stop. A few puny miracles. Ah, but okay, so that's why you don't like miracles. I've never made that connection. Okay. Indeed. She's so sassy with it. Music touch is great. How many times have I said that in the show? Yeah, there is a lot of noise. Oh, excuse me, alka noise. I mean, we need a climax, right? I mean, they're in extra. What do you want? Yeah, he's on the bridge. There's another one over here as well. Okay, so yeah, okay, I get it now. Both sides of her are hurting, for sure. All right, we're seemingly building into a song or something. I thought she said, "Let's shut up." I'm like, oh shit. Yeah, I felt a song coming on. Yeah. What was that? Hang on. Maybe I should be watching this. What was that, like, turtle thing? What happened there? They're all in, like, giant mechs. A jewel wooden class? With mad, like, heels? There's so much happening. It's kind of overwhelming. Everyone's just jewel wielding and shit. There's just shit flying everywhere. Yeah, this thing. What is this? EDF ass bullshit. But it's kind of corresponding with their lines. That's fun. Yeah, like this dual mech thing they have going on. They just like fused. Is the city okay? Are the people actually okay? Millions dead. Oh, very itchy on my hair. Alright, she's been charging. Yeah. Oh, crying blood. That's another one of my favorite tropes. Love that shit. Oh yeah, and of course it has a connection to your kind of superb song stuff as well. Look at these two. Ah! Jump scare. But they're so gay, what the hell? Like, that's funny. That's hilarious. They're not even being subtle. What's this giant lance? Or horns? Oh, we kaijuing up? Oh, we're like literally kaijuing up. Okay, this is sick. This is like some like Zoids shit. Skin tight though. Ayo. Fire in my loins? What is it standing on? This is funny. Alright, we're putting it all into one. All for one for all. Ah! A shield. Interesting. Yep, get naked. What are we doing? Sorry? We're putting it all into one. Was that it? Was that putting it all into one? Yeah, kinda. He put a big old hole in her. No, we weren't. Was this Claw? Well, she loves her genocide. She's okay. She's got it. Oh, this is fun. This is like reflecting the first episode too. Ah, they're doing it. Okay, great. They perfect timing there. Great. That chorus is so good for that song. Yeah. I mean, it was always coming back, right? I remember his Bloodborne cosplay very well. The very thing that is causing your power is holding you back. Listen to her voice act the shit out of this too. What am I even looking at? Giant fist! Everyone put your hands up. Come on, this is just cool. Oh! Okay, that's awesome. Perfect. That's just good. That's good stuff. Yeah, burn those memories even more. I dare ya. Perfect. Perfect! It's a medley. About 1,000,000 atomic bombs are going to go off. Are we going to space again? Miniature sun. Yeah. No. She is stubborn, I'll give Carol that. Alright, small Carol is back too. Well, kind of reflecting episode 6, was it as well? Whoa! Insane Elf9 tech. Whoa! At the den! So much shit is happening. There you go. So your dad in Hibiki too. Well, sucks to be those people. Yeah, they kind of lost, eh? Millions dead. But we have. We grabbed onto a hand. What do you mean whereabouts? I thought we... Yeah. No, that's Elf9. Okay. I guess you lost her in the explosion? Summer vacation, huh? Yeah, where... She just took the climax off. She's like, nah, it's my off day. Yep, indeed. All that slice of lifey stuff. Does it? I agree. I thought that would be more Subasa's thing as well. Yeah, exactly. It kind of is, yeah. That'd be your bag. You love traditional Japanese stuff. We could be. Yeah, come on, Elf9, just get over it. Alright. Okay, bye. Yeah, hit him with the des. Okay, thanks for announcing it. Because you're probably not doing that. It's some subtext shit. Nah, she's not gone to the bathroom. You guys are stupid. Miku knows. Or Miku doesn't know? It's ready to see her dad, right? Oh no, she's just... Oh, she's crying for Carol? What's she doing? What's up? What has happened? Yeah. Okay. But you're working together with a bunch of other people. Look at these two. I thought it did a pretty good job. This is giving me the vibes of somebody crying that they didn't get like 98% or something. They only got 92. Like, you did a good job here. It's not like you lost, bro. But that's nice. Thanks, Miku. Big old hug, platonically. But where's Carol? What's up? Hello, you two. Oh. Yeah, you burned everything. That must be frustrating. You knew about Elfnine, though. Well, yeah. You're another her. Yeah, you burned it. I watched you. Again, ugh. That must be so scary, you know? Elfnine's so done. Yeah, but in a different way. So what if we combined forces? Yeah. That's nice. Ooh, the voice acting. Hey, yo. Ah! It's kind of kissing yourself. Yeah. I'm gonna die for a bit. Whoa! What is this shot? Hello? It's not what you think. I ate her. It's Carol 9. Finally. Finally, Carol 9. I'm both. There you go. If that's not a miracle, what is, you know? There you go. Maybe you went alright, Hibiki. So I guess the thing I missed in all of this is the subtext that Elfnine was gonna like cark it in like 2 seconds. So that's why she was crying. Okay, this guy could fuck off though. Would it hurt you to get a haircut? Look at them. Look at these two. It's time to study. It's time to cheat. Shut up. Alright, what are we doing, Tsubasa? Your girlfriend's here. Oh! Oh my god. No, but that's the point. Yeah, the point is that I'm leaving her be. What magical girl incident? Okay, that feels teasing stuff. So it's Elf 9 all. Elf 9 rule. Okay, there's Chip. Interesting. And that's where we end. Okay, so that's clearly like indicating future stuff, right? Interesting. And then this song as well. Okay. I like this one. Goes up, right? Oh, they're taking a long time. Hit that chorus. Yeah, perfect. Yeah, okay, that was pretty much what I expected. I feel stupid for missing that, like, Elfnine is dying part of it. I thought that she was just in, like, a hospital bed, and then Hibiki was having a cry about, like, not saving everybody. And I'm like, well, you did a pretty good job, though. And then I don't know, what are we calling Elfnine? Was Elfnine just Carol? Is Carol just Elfnine? Is it Carol 9? Something like that? Because there's not much Carol left at all, right? It's basically entirely Elfnine just giving her like an extra lease on life, basically. Through the power of a miracle, of course. Do you have a little post credit or something? I wouldn't imagine so. That feels like it. Oh, to my surprise. Kick him out. Kick him to the curb. Kick him to the curb. Kick him to the curb. Kick his ass. Grandma, kick his ass. Ah! Hey, Vicky! What are you doing? Well, that's fair enough, but they're also two adults that have to, like, live with each other. Okay, so it's an uneasy alliance. Okay. Sure. Finn or Fine? I think I made that joke last time. And yeah, jumping into a little bit of a relook on that episode, I think. So that was the finale to Symphogear GX, and I quite enjoyed myself. I think it was emotional. I think that it hit all the kind of high points that you'd want from such a thing, and uh, and yeah, lots of rainbows as well. Can never get enough rainbows. Seemingly, we have like it's basically Elf9. Elf9 has joined the fold. We have some small indicators of where we're going next regarding this chip and an apparent magical girl something in Europe. I'll need to reread whatever that said. But those are some indicators going forward that, hey, the show's not ended. I mean, I know that, but people at the time probably didn't know. I'm a little bit iffy about the Hibiki dad family reconciliation stuff, but she has her heart in the right place. She wants them to work it out, and I think that's important. Parents work for their children, of course. Um, I okay, this story would work a lot better if Hibiki was like 12. I think then hey, the parents have an obligation to really help her out. But Hibiki's more of an adult than the adults in the show, you know what I mean? She's got most of the stuff figured out. She doesn't need a lot of parenting, you know. I think that she can go off and do her own thing, and then the adults are pretty autonomous to do whatever they want to do. But again, that's applying a lot of real world stuff to Symphogear, which isn't what the show's about. The show's about forgiveness, it's about reconciliation, it's about coming together, it's about uniting. So of course, all of these things, of course, this would happen. You know what I mean? Like it just makes sense. Yeah, Carol turned into a giant cyborg tiger something. Like that was cool. I guess I'm just gonna like play through it again and talk about all the hype moments and that kind of thing. Kind of our base theme of miracles playing through the whole thing, and then the miracle playing out between Carol and Elf9 at that hospital bed right towards the end of the episode, kind of showing a reliance on miracles. I think that's what they're getting at there. Correct me if I'm wrong though. Like a bunch of people died. They would have had to, right? That's pretty bad. Like they didn't save everybody. I don't know. I don't know, maybe I'm just looking into it a little bit too hard, but yeah, just gonna give it a reread now. So yeah, a lot of stuff from the previous episode just plays out here basically. They descend from the heavens, they're all in X Drive, they're all looking powerful, ready for a Symphogear climax, of course. Top Dad asks if Elf9 is okay, she simply is kind of hyperventilating and then sheds a tear. This tear is meant to reflect Carol's tears in the same corresponding scene to show that they're kind of united. They're kind of still the same person deep down, you know, that kind of thing. That there's some things still holding them together. You know, cool. I've been waiting for this. This is why Carol hates miracles. You can pretty much imply a lot of it, right? So, Dad saved the village from the plague that ravaged the land. I'm guessing this is some medieval type beat. It's some kind of probably Black Death adjacent thing. We've discovered some kind of cure. We're going to stop villagers from dying to it. Of course, some people, these people in the robes here, they're like, "Hey, that's heresy." For some reason, it's not a miracle, right? Or it couldn't be considered a miracle by these people, but it's also witchcraft, and we need to destroy it. That kind of thing, right? They thought that the dad had no right to said miracles because he wasn't God, right? It's somewhat religiously motivated, of course. And there's Carol crying. I was meant to bring the apocalypse of all creation. This was my kind of lot in life, but every miracle is a catastrophe, standing in its way like a plague that attacked our village, relating it all the way back to when she was little. She's still harboring those similar emotions, of course. So she chooses to attack, of course. She's still lashing out. It's not quite the middle of the episode yet where she may change her tune. We've got Alkanoids going out everywhere. They're causing a ruckus, and we need to get some fight scenes on. And they are quite frankly ridiculous fight scenes. So we'll break down the kind of over the topness of them and how that's really awesome. One thing I wanted to highlight here though was the musical choice. I think that the kind of Carol like dad theme that they use here is quite a good choice. Kind of giving a melancholic tone to this final lashing out. Dad calls out from the bridge to Hibiki, "What can we do against such power?" Dad has some thoughts. Hibiki, there's a girl in tears here. She links that to the girl in tears right in front of her as well, and realizes the person that she really needs to save in all of this. If someone is in tears, you reach out to them. And then you think about it, right? We've got all the stuff about the fist. The fist, punch you first, real Carol falls out, and then I'm putting out my hand to save them. Nice stuff. Nice stuff. And in the background, you'd hear that song kind of building up, right? We're getting ready for a large scale musical set piece, of course, because it is Symphogear and it is the finale. And then we get into the song here. We are our souls, they bind us together. It's kind of like a group ending song. It's like the curtain call, right? It's kind of vibe I'm getting. Everybody gets their little chance to show off and do their own little thing here. It just feels good. It's a good, finalistic thing to do at the end of a season. Everybody gets their little part of the song. They are the light in the heavens, linking you to me. And we've gone from Tsubasa to Chris there, as denoted by our little subbing up the top. One thing I wanted to highlight was whatever the hell's on screen right now, it is kind of a mix between Kirika and Shirabe. It's like a spinning top, Beyblade type job with some like pincers at the front of it. It's a very interesting design, and it was a real eye catcher in the episode. It's definitely out there for sure. We spend our days bound by the love of a million suns. Sure, there's some stuff about suns later in the episode as well. Basically, everybody's just at full power. They have like ridiculous abilities that are just killing noise by the millions every second. Like, everybody's got 2 weapons now. Everyone's got like giant fucking appendages coming off their shit. They're just popping off basically. It's glorious. I don't know what other words to describe it. Now we return to the Flame of Genesis, and this is what I mean. She's got like water skis on, and she's using them to cut through noise like they're nothing. Kind of the first half of the song was kind of our original trio, our kind of Hibiki, Chris, Tsubasa, and then this kind of next verse is Maria, Kirika, Shirabe. So that's pretty cool. I like that kind of delineation through the chorus there. Our souls told this story together with our hearts. With the strength of the sun and the tenderness of the moon, of course, each respective Kirika, Shirabe say the right line there, of course, as well. That's great. The future opens up ahead of us. The story nears its end. That's very fourth wall. Will it begin anew? Our miracles enter the history books. They will endure here. But the whole time, Carol's just been charging up her shit, so she's ready to unleash something, right? Yes, the Alkanoids were just a distraction, as she just basically, like DBZ, just stood there charging up her stuff for a while. That's funny. She wishes to burn every single memory and all of that, right? She doesn't want to think about it anymore. She's crying blood, kind of invoking a little bit of superb song in it all as well. She is putting everything into this. She is willing and able to sacrifice everything in this final assault. Alright, and then I want to highlight this. This was the gayest shit I've ever done scene. Look at that. Boo Boo Touch. As they turn into like a giant 6-pronged lesbian missile that's just going to rotate and try and destroy. Like, look at this. It's absolutely ridiculous. And unfortunately, it doesn't work. The power of 2 lesbians does not equal the power of 6, as we see in the future scenes in this episode, I think. Then she's using kind of the harp thread, the kind of aesthetic she has going on to form a giant mech, essentially. It's like a tiger lion thing. It's pretty cool. Yeah, look at it. I don't know how else to describe it. Of course, pairing it with a costume change, a very subtle one at that. Nothing matters to me anymore, but this is the only way I may quell the fire in my loins. It's definitely been an interesting 2 minutes for Symphogear, for sure. The fire in your loins, huh? And of course, one of the main aesthetics of this whole beast is fire. She is burning memories. Just makes sense. It has immense power, of course. If we're going in pairs, if we're going in duos, it isn't going to work. We need to all unite and attack it with full force together. And I like that they all come to this conclusion very quickly. We have to focus all the X drives output into our armed gears. We have to all focus on the one thing together. We have to punch through in one final blow. It'll leave us wide open, but the firepower is worth it. Of course, they're going to focus all this on Hibiki and use her latent ability to do something. They all come to this conclusion very quickly, and it works. Again, highlighting what I like about Symphogear, they kind of learn from what they've done in the past. I think that's cool. So, Hibiki takes on the brunt of one attack from the beast, allowing the rest of the girls to throw up their shit, charge it all up. You can see it, they put all of their armed gears into one attack here. Like here, right? You just see all of their armed gears together, and they blow a big old chunk in the adversary. However, they were one armed gear short. They didn't actually get to the Carol that lies beneath everything else. And then it's all just timed perfectly. So she goes and full force attack at Hibiki. Hibiki's got her hand up, right? She seems kind of vulnerable. The attack hits her. We pause just the right amount of time, and then Glorious Break comes in. And she's got a big old hand there in the way. Hello, this is my armed gear. It's my hand. Lets me reach out to others. It's my armed gear. And there it is. Big old hand. Yeah, look at this stupid bullshit. Hell yeah. Even in this moment, Carol's having a few of those little kind of rejections, I guess we're calling them. There's little things that cause her to pause and take a little bit of damage. Of course, it's coinciding with memories of her father that she is now subsequently going to burn. The whole time these little rejections I think we're implying has been the memories of the father fighting back, causing her to have a little pause and a little bit of pain. Like, don't do this, basically. Like, that's pretty cool. And then, yep, burn that memory. We don't need it. Cool. And then we're just going to combine everybody's power into a giant fist. Think about it. There's how many girls down below? There's five fingers plus Hibiki. Like, that just, it all just makes sense, right? I'm sure each of these up here as well will correspond to a color. Like, kind of mirroring what Carol has going on with the auto scorers as well. And then everybody yells out their relic as they're continuing to give power to it. We have all of their different waveforms kind of layering in on top of each other. We're just hitting maximum hype right now. They're just building on it's just perfect. Like, they just know how to execute a scene like this. They've done it 3 seasons in a row now. It's always going to be good. I don't know what else to tell you. Hibiki yells out Gungnir. We get our glorious break, kind of just when it hits in the song as well. It's just perfect. And then straight into the opening. Don't stop the hype. We're going to now use the opening. We see Carol fall out of this big amalgamation at one point. The energy is going out of control. It's like the power of the sun or whatever, right? I remember that part. So even at this moment, Carol's still like, well, if I can't have it, nobody can. I'm going to put it all into a big explosion, basically. So this is kind of funny. Like, adult Carol's like talking shit, and then an explosion happens, and like little Carol just falls out. And this is where we hit maximum cheese. I just love it, right? Take my hand, I'm falling from the ground. Oh, you won't get me like that. Oh shit, I have to use ignite mode. Oh shit. And then Elf9's in there as well for some reason, calling out the spirit of Elf9 in Hibiki as well as one other. Her father as well, reaching down from heaven through Hibiki. Think about it. It makes sense if you think about it. Kinda. And yeah, that's the last thing that causes her to actually put her hand out and grab Hibiki's. Cool. And then it's kind of weird, right? So we see Hibiki grab her and kind of curl up, and then the explosion happens, and then I guess they lose each other in that sequence. Because I thought Hibiki had a pretty good hand on Carol there. Yeah, shit went bad. There was a giant explosion, and I'm guessing a bunch of people died. But whatever, we're over it, I guess. Like, look at this. That's no small feat. Like, that's a lot of people dead. So we can't find Carol. The search has gone cold. Hibiki protected her, so she's fine. So Carol should be alive too. Cool. So there's a piece of subtext that's crucial to all of this, is that everybody basically knows, or can at least imply, that Elf9 is dying. She's not long for this world, and that's why Hibiki feels like she failed, feels like she needs to put up a brave face in front of her, all these other things, right? And that makes this whole summer vacation conversation a little bit bittersweet. It is pretty funny, though. They do get their jokes off. It's funny that Kirika and Shirabe both say, it's our first summer vacation, we're very excited, and then later in the episode, they're just doing some more study in that, because they probably missed a ton of school and probably aren't that good as students to begin with, let's be honest. Yeah, telling Elf9, who's like dying, about all the great things they're going to do at summer kind of vacation together, all these kind of classic summer festival type stuff and that kind of thing. And this confused me initially. Mario wouldn't be the one to play traditional music. It would be Tsubasa. Yeah, Tsubasa's that kind of vibe. Yeah, look at her go. That fucking Genshiro as well. That's classic. That's a crack up. Perfect. Yeah, I'd pay good money to see this. But anyway, I digress. I still have many things to learn. If I learned more about the world and about all of you, could we be even better friends? Potentially, yeah. Yeah, but will you get that chance? Is there some subtext that maybe you're not going to get that chance, and that's why it's tragic that I maybe missed in the moment? Yeah, she's just a little sweetie. I'm happy that she has a second lease on life through Carol by the end, right? Again, how much Carol is there, how much Elf9 is there. It seems like majority Elf9, right? With Carol's kind of ability to live in her body, it's kind of just, yeah, uploading Elf9 to her, kind of that ultimate sacrifice type deal to it. Hibiki says she needs to go to the bathroom. There's clear that there's something wrong. I like that a couple of the characters pick up on it and a couple don't. Yeah, Chris, the most emotionally inept of them all, is the first to say, "Hey, let's go. There's something wrong here. We need to give her some space." Yeah, and then of course, Kirika, not the sharpest tool in the shed, is the one to not pick it up. So we're left with this scene here. In the moment, I was like, "So what's wrong?" Elf9's dying. She feels like she couldn't save everybody. It's fair enough. She's losing one of her friends. She needs to put on a brave face. All these other things. Miku's there to pick her up and make her feel better about her fist. It's still yours. It's your weapon. You do what you do with it, and it's a good thing. Just picking her up, basically. It's nice. In this world, my fist can only solve the small problems, so all I can achieve from my power, is little things. But from little things, big things grow, of course. But of course, Miku comes in clutch. Best wife/girlfriend of all time. It's the kindest fist in the world. So, albeit what you say is true, you still have that something special, you know? And then platonic friend hug to finish it off as well. Hibiki obviously feels touched by her gesture. We see Elf9 struggling through the night, and a rogue Carol appears through the door. We get a little touching moment, a little reconciliation between the two, kind of coming to terms with what has gone on in the season, I guess. But of course, there's some crucial context that, hey, I've burned most of my memories, and I don't really know who I am or where I am or what I did or any of it, right? So you have thing I want, I have thing you want, let's join forces. That type of vibe, right? Elf9 gets Carol's vitality, her kind of lifeness, her not about to die-ness, and this Carol, who was bereft of her memory, is the one thing that she actually held dear. She feels empty without them. Elf9 has them, always on that kind of thumb drive, backed up. I came here because when I close my eyes, I see you, Elf9. What can you tell me? Do you have the answers? You are another me, so she isn't even cognizant of this point right now. She's forgotten, like, literally everything, or most important things anyway. And she feels like this is still important. There's still one last vestige of it there. Even as we speak, I can feel myself slipping away even more, so we need to act fast, whatever we're going to do, right? Elf9 wants to start from the start, but can't manage that as she is. She's probably dying very, very soon. There's some damn good voice acting here too from Elf9, just like really feeble, like trembling on the verge of crying type stuff. It was really well done. Despite being happy in the moment to give her life for the betterment of the rest of the world, right? To save the world, right? Despite all that, I don't want to die now. It's just kind of that last little whimper. She needs a hand, basically. Of course, Carol does what Carol does, gives her a little smooch, kind of reflecting that whole auto-scorer idea as well. And then handhold as well. Bit of that Hibiki tech. And that causes whatever this reaction is, potentially a little miracle. And we see our waveform go flat. So she's dead, at least for now. This causes this like absolutely like mental shot. Let me one more time. Like I know it's on 2x speed, but that's insanity. Who would direct that like that? I mean, it's impressive, but it's just like why? I guess it got the kind of drama of what's going on, right? The kind of panicked run to the hospital room to check on your friend as they may be dying. They make their way to the hospital bed. They see Carol over the bed, no Elf9 in sight. They ask for Carol. No, there's a little shake of the head. And then Bokua. And it sounds like Elf9, and it looks like Elf9 probably is Elf9. So, is this a thing where, hey, it's Elf9 most of the time personality-wise, and we maybe get a little bit of Carol shining through, or is it just going to be Elf9 full-time all the time? I hope we get a little bit of Carol coming through, I really do. I think that her kind of tone in all of it, her kind of brashness in all of it will really add to the group dynamic if that's the direction we're going. She's also relatively a fish out of water to the modern world in a lot of ways as well. There'll be a lot of comedy you can mine from that. She's a little bit chuny in that regard as well. I hope we do incorporate some of that in. I think Elf9 is a fine character, but I don't think that she would add to the group dynamic in the right way, in the same way that a Carol straight character would. And yeah, now we move into some genuine epilogue stuff, right? We have Hibiki reconciling stuff with her father a lot. They hit that Heiki Heichara very well, right there. We have Kirika and Shirabe going through some summer vacation homework. They've probably missed a lot of school. Just kind of, doing the right thing, doing all that schoolwork. And despite everything, Chris actually has pretty good grades, which it reminds me of K-On! There's a scene in which Ritsu actually has really good grades despite everything as well, and it's like, that doesn't match your character at all, and I kind of agree with that here. You're supposed to have bad grades. What happened? Like, that's what your character trope should say. Of course, this results in Shirabe's kind of little like Uso, right? You can't be serious, really? Like like they can't believe that she would be good at anything academic. We have Tsubasa flying out to England, probably to continue to pursue her little career there. And then Mari is here, waiting to get on the same plane. I happen to visit England every now and then too. These two, obviously, big old London adventure. Just call them Mary Kate and Ashley at this point. Yeah, and then she gets embarrassed. Like, oh no, oh you two, you're so gay. And this is an interesting scene too. Of course, the dad's just, a distance away, just making sure that Tsubasa's okay and all of it, right? Just doing the same thing he's done the whole time, giving her space to pursue her own stuff and not being dragged in by that whole family situation. But I wanted to pay attention to their dialogue here because I think it's indicative of future stuff. What is your opinion on this magical girl incident? Is this the one that just happened, or is this another one that actually just happened as we're speaking? Things have been uncertain in Europe ever since the US fell from power. Is that to do with a lot of Symphogear G stuff? And then pushes in glasses, or perhaps, and then we get nothing else there. Weird. I'm sure that's indicative of something in the future, something that I'm not picking up as of right now. So this is the only real look we get at this new Elf9. She's seemingly very much like Elf9. Very happy, very bubbly, a little bit kind of over apologizingly like meek and that kind of thing, but seemingly a little bit cheerier. I don't know. We'll see what her character's like in the future, I'm sure. Is her role going to be just kind of sitting on the bridge giving them kind of tech stuff, or is she going to be out on the field as well in more of a Carol role? Only time will tell, I guess. And yeah, we're going to analyze this chip. I think this is the chip that Mario got from Ver, whatever he said during that moment, and that's going to be our lead in to whatever is happening next season, right? Kind of the indicator from that comment before. And of course, we're ending it by singing that same song. Is this the first song they sing, right? Hang on. I've got to go check. Always have to check. Yeah, it very much is. Look at these two go. It's been so long. It's been so long, man. That's funny. And of course, to finish off, we have our final little post-credit scene that I've kind of talked about already. It's good that he's taking the first step here, but I'm with Grandma. Get this creep out of here, right? Like, remember what he did? I'm not letting him back. What's to say he won't do it again? Again, that's a very adult view, not a very Symphogear view of what we have going on here. I do like that Hibiki's hair's like her grandma's, though. I think that's funny. So initially rejected, of course, but Hibiki jumps in. I'm holding your hands because this is what I think is right. Sure, it's not really your decision, though. You're away on all your fucking shit most of the time anyway, doing your world-saving stuff. These two actually have to live together. I don't know. Weird one. It's a weird tone for me. I guess I just don't like Top Dad very much. But we'll see. Again, he's on the road to redemption. As long as they're tentatively giving it a go and not gung-ho straight back to where they were, I'm pretty happy with it, I think. But yeah, I think that's where we'll finish off Symphogear GX as a season and this episode here today. What did I think about this episode overall? Very good climax, hits all the points that it should hit. We're seemingly moving forward with gusto into this next season, the kind of second to last that we have. What do I think about the season overall? It's pretty good. It has its moments where I think the structure could be tweaked a little bit, and I think it would be stronger. Just move some stuff around. Again, there was the whole part about Hibiki being not able to, justify using her gear and all that kind of stuff. If we intertwined that with the dad a little bit more, that would be a little bit more strong, I think. I think the dad's brought in maybe a twinge too late for it to be the central conceit of the season like it kind of is for Hibiki. I do think it hits its overall points of forgiveness, of unity, of miracles, of everything else all very well. I do like the group dynamic continues to grow. We've kind of brought in the Maria team into the fold now very totally, and they've got their own things going on, and they've reconciled a lot of that. I think we can now move forward with newer stuff, less rote stuff that we've seen before from Symphogear, and again, they've indicated in the comments that we're moving in a new direction. We're going to see what that is next week. Songs were great. Songs were a noticeable step up this season, I thought. The music continues to slap. I think they kind of bury the lead in the series on a lot of the music. It is good initially, but it only gets better as time goes on, and I'm looking forward to experiencing that all over again as well. I have some personal favorite songs from this season that I'm probably going to put straight on a playlist when I can, Glorious Break being one of the most obvious, of course, Maria's song being another highlight too. And yeah, I think I'm ready to watch some OVAs, so that's what I'm going to do next. Overall, just 2 thumbs up. It's just a good time, Symphogear. I'd recommend it to basically anybody if they like a genre fan. It's just nice. It's a nice feeling watching these Symphogear episodes. Gets me all warm and fuzzy. So yeah, OVAs. The way I'm going to do the OVAs is I'm just going to watch them right through. I'm not going to break down each one because I think like that wouldn't really be in the spirit of what they're about. If they keep that similar art style, of course, there's not really much to talk about in the production style part of it. I think they're all very quaint and cute and fulfill what they want to fulfill, which is kind of filling in the slice of life-ish elements from throughout the season that we maybe missed because the plot is going 10 trillion miles an hour. So yeah, I'm keen to jump into them. I believe there are 4, but I'll have a look here now. Yep, seemingly they are averaging around 7.5 minutes each little episode, and there are 4 of them. Quick math, basically another episode of content, maybe a little bit longer. So yeah, I'm going to jump into that now, give a sequence of 3, 2, 1s to indicate that they're there. Rightio, got OVA 1. What's this shit called? Yeah, Senki Zesshou Shinai Symphogear GX1. That's what I have right up now. And yeah, they seemingly are the similar style from what I've seen in the kind of 2 seconds I watched to test video quality there. One thing I did want to bring up is the subs are Hopes and Dreams, so they're not the normal D truck, so we'll see how that goes. I don't know if it's going to be like wildly different, but just thought I'd mention it. I'm going to pop the episode up here, of course, and give it a 3, 2, 1. Radio? 3, 2, 1, go. Night before final exams at Lydian. Got a little alkanoids there writing too. Yeah, great. Sometimes it does feel like that. Div 2? What? What have you figured out? Yeah, that's nice. There's something quaint about studying for exams and that kind of thing, right? Okay, that was sweet, sure. 2 weeks after the Frontier incident. Okay. So this is before the season even starts. Oh. Sure. What does it say? Good old FIS. Okay, good. Please do. Okay, still same time period. So they're all in the kind of isolation there. Oh, it's the letter! Okay, I was dumb. Alright, I remember. It seemingly is some shitty poem. That's funny. Of course these three would be bored, like... But what are we waiting for? Loves a good old G. They get fed at a very specific time of day. They're like zoo animals. Well, it's a pretty nice prison, all things considered. I don't know, why? I always blow on hot food too. But normally I test if it's hot first. Winter vacation after the end of finals. Sure. And they're just watching Tsubasa go crazy. Just happily. They just brought up a YouTube video while they're eating. Weird, sure. Ah. Oh yeah, she was doing some kind of variety shows and stuff, right? She's going okay, she's doing her best. Oh yeah, this is kind of a continuation from one of the other ones when she said that she was going to do some variety shows. I remember that. Good old holding facility. Yeah, this is pretty good for like, they're in like prison. What's wrong? Yeah, but food is good. But also, if you confess, you will just get let out and you can eat whatever food you want. No? They love prison. A certain Sunday in February. Oh, okay. Oh, I remember this. They found out your secret, it's too late. Stop. This sword. Good old Tsubasa's graduation. Yeah, that's the plan. They kind of were not really going for good. Oh, Chris, look at us sunderang it up. I would be too. Oh no. Gotcha. But you definitely do blush over everything. Well, that didn't last. Alright, what else is happening during graduation? Oh, there we go. Of course you are. Just hug it out, you two, honestly. But you're gonna have some new friends. Look at these two. It's fun. Oh! And then that's the lead-in. During graduation it was, huh? Great. And yeah, that's the lead into the start of season 3, right? How were these originally broadcast? Are they just like a BD extra or something? Sure. It's a nice song. Radio, so I kind of see how you would watch that um, before this season. You know what I mean? Like, was this the one that was going to be put like before here? I remember there was some conjecture about that, but ultimately it just ended up being fine. I see. Okay, so that would lead you into the start of what they're doing in season 3. Either way, episode 2, RP ready to go. I just got to give it a 3, 2, 1. Radio, 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, and now we're doing the entrance ceremony for the girls. Yeah, look at these two. They made it out of prison. Nice. Oh. Okay, so this informs a lot of the senpai stuff. A character's loved as you. That's not really how... That's funny. I feel like you've been lied to. Yeah. Memory rage. I have that all the time. Alright, what are the girls feeling? Yeah, they are. Nah, that's fine. You've gotten used to it by now. You shouldn't call her Christian for other reasons, but we've been through that. Kurisu? Kurisu is even worse. It's not all about the respect with the name stuff. It's more about actions. Well, she's freaking out though. Great. Yeah, they've kind of been out of the school system for a while. Is it now? Okay. Oh, great. Oh, yeah, right. That's great. We don't need a second, third tour. Oh, that's great. That noise be ballin' though. Oh, look at this. That's cute. Oh, she's trying to be so responsible. Christian school? Christian school? Yeah, it was a bit like this. Yeah, and the teacher would probably get really annoyed. I feel like Hibiki's done that more than twice. That's okay. It was kind of a mad academy looking back at it. Yeah, look at that turn. Kinda. I don't think so. I think it was just like some architect went too crazy. Okay, we're in London. Great. Yeah, Big Ben. Look at it. The River Thames. No, it's time to go to Buckingham Palace. Nah, I think it's because you flunked out on some of the other game shows and they thought it was funny. Thought so. Great. I just want to sing, damn it. Oh, he's got bagpipes now too. Yeah, for you not being very good. Don't do any of the British like reality shows. They're mental. Oh, she's going to be like a winter fishing type show, like one of them, like on the boat, like the real like documentary style. Yep, she's an agent. Cool. Yeah, I remember. But it isn't the truth. It isn't you coming to terms with what you had going on. Well, you do that pretty easily. Ah, hey yo. Hello, hello. It's true. It'll start a season. She's doing everything. Oh no. What's kind of true. Working with you takes priority. It's all very polite, isn't it? Something like that. A few months later, this is after everything. Oh, no, no, okay, I see. It's before the concert. I thought the concert was imminent back in those other clips. Mm-hmm. I remember. Sorry, parents. Oh, and then this song again. Great. Yeah, because I remember trying to look back in that episode for where the parent shrine was, but I didn't see it. Maybe I'm just blind. It's just a lovely little song. Yep, cool. Just kind of more of the same there, I think. No reason not to jump into episode 3 immediately, I don't think. Yep, 3 up, ready to go. Gonna give it a 3, 2, 1. Radio. 3, 2, 1, go. just before episode 1 of GX. I was wondering if we were going to get any auto scorer stuff. Oh, did you now? So what you think, Gary? Sure. No, it's great. It's fabulous. No, it's great. What's the good reason? They do. You wanted to pose like this. That's the truth. Great. So that's our indicator that it actually was aspects of Carol that whole time. Cool. As I thought by the end. Of course. Yep. The only art style changes too. Yeah, what caused this to happen? You weren't even awake to do it. You're the one that made them. This is clearly what you wanted. Yeah, exactly. Why did you make the kiss command happen? You end up kissing by the end, I remember. You kiss Elf9. Hello, Elf9. It's very mean. It's true. That's okay. We're all like the same person here. It's fine. Elf9 never did anything wrong, man. She was okay. It's true. Yeah, that's part of the plan. That's funny. She's so good. Great. Oh, she's so thoughtful. They're all the same outfit. You did. It's somebody help Elf9, man. She needs help escaping. Okay, so like the whole plan the whole time was just to spy, right? So she was never meaning to actually get her. It was all kind of a ruse. Okay, I see. Okay. It's true. We've gone through this. Okay, so that's cute. So that references the scissors paper rock from before. Great. Just before Project Ignite was activated. Sure. Sure. Get him Gary. We love Gary. What's wrong with that? It's okay. It does. It does have an aesthetic. It's based around, like, pon pon pon. Yeah, yeah, it was. Whatever you say, Farah. Sure. You're one of them too. No, you're weirdo too. The stuff. Okay, great. I like we just get like all the auto scorers just chilling. Yeah. Another one, please. What if we kissed but not for nutrients? What? It's not really very finessey. Oh, guess I'm gonna have to tsundere it up. You can just do it without the whole memory idea. Great, okay, so that was a little bit of auto scorer stuff. Cool. Again, I'm imagining these are just on the Blu-ray or something, right? Yeah. It was nice to get a little bit of auto scorer stuff. I haven't seen them in a while. I'm still very fond of those characters. I think they were kind of underutilized in the season. IMO. I thought they should have come back in some component during the finale, even if only a small cameo. I think that would have been cool. Um, Either way, on to 4 now, the final OVA, the final piece before we start that next season of Symphogear next week. Yep, got it up here. Episode 4, 3, 2, 1. Radio? 3, 2, 1. Go. Yeah, that was a great performance, I remember. What's wrong? You did very well. Get into the mood? Hey yo. It is, kinda. Now it's all in your head, you're okay. Funny. So yeah, this is after their performance, they're returning. I remember. Yeah, they kinda just skipped over this scene in the moment, I remember. Oh, she's cool. Stop. Sure. Okay, we're cooking some more stroganoff. Classic. I think I am. Mine does too. I'm okay at cooking. I'm fine. That's very mean. I have too. Oh, I want some stroganoff. That'd be good. I've only eaten breakfast today, so I'm a little bit hungry. I can't cook. It's fine. All right. Who else is cooking stroganoff? Now we're eating stroganoff. Healthy tasting. So you made it really poorly, did you? More stroganoff, good. Only a good thing. What is demi-glaze sauce? Both are good. Everybody eats it. I don't know why you'd call it Russian food. You're getting some sinister thoughts right now. Gungunir once again. Yes, I remember. It's all very dramatic. Funny. Nah, you can't do yellow. It has to be red. Oh no. Look at it. Why would you like that though? I agree. Des. What? Oh. Did she read your mind? Oh, have you now? Well, let's see some of them. No way. I want to see Tsubasa in Hibiki's fucking suit. Oh, okay. Yeah. It was just weird that you had two Gungnir users. Yeah, otherwise we could have done some fuse shit like way before. Yeah, great. No, that would be good. Shut up. Showdown with Carol the Alchemist. What I just saw, basically, right? Oh, great. I love the sub up there. That was great. Kinda. They just got stabbed. After the showdown with Carol the Alchemist. Yeah, good. Oh, this is after the one mid-season. Oh, I see. It's okay. You guys will get over it. I know you will. Yeah. Yeah, your mouth started moving. That's funny. Special training day. Is this when they're on the beach? Yeah. Oh, she was cool. Mario was cool that episode. Calm down, calm down, calm down. It's all gonna be okay. Miku is a fiend. Absolutely. What? Yeah, no. I don't know either. Nobody knows. Is that it? Hey, that's it. Okay. Yeah, those were quite nice. Those were pretty funny, I thought. Yeah, I liked those. Just kind of filling in that slice of life component that's like missing from the rest of the show, IMO. Do they have a full version of this song too? I would like to listen to that. Yeah, so that was the little OVA extra thingies. Still really good. I would Normally, these kind of things are a little bit hit and miss, but I think these are quite good. I really do. Just again, filling in that component that I feel is missing from the rest of the show, just kind of having it after the fact. I feel like there was some conjecture before about me watching that first OVA before the season, because it kind of leads in pretty nicely and fills in a little bit of the gap. It's not really canon, I wouldn't say. There's kind of one plot thread that goes into the next episode, I guess, but seeing it after the fact's fine. Yeah, overall, just 2 thumbs up. Looking forward to more Symphogear next week, that first episode of that new season. Very, very much looking forward to it. I'm going to end off here because I have to do a little bit more recording. Well, I don't have to, but I'm going to do some seasonal stuff. So I've got to figure out what seasonal I want to watch, and then we're gonna plug that in, and that video should be out relatively soon. I'm going to try to edit that whenever I have a little bit of time. But yeah, thanks for watching this week and all of that, and hope you guys stick with it, and thanks for sticking with me this far and all that jazz. It's been quite the ride, and looking forward to more very, very soon. Yeah, adios. Oh, shill stuff, right. If you like the video, consider liking the video. If you like the video and you want to see more, consider subscribing to the channel. Comment below anything you thought about the episode, anything I could do to improve my presentation, comment below. I'm doing follow for follow on Twitter, so follow me on Twitter if you would like me to follow you back. And the Discord, join Discord, love Discord, and Discord, and Discord, and Discord. Stuff, of course. Right, whatever I'm saying. Words. Goodbye for now. See you guys next week. More Symphogear on the horizon for sure. Thank you very much.